in the city of extremes, where history was marked by the Black Panther Party and street life, a more sinister force lay hidden beneath its facade. October 2nd, 1972, a night that would forever haunt the city of Oakland when it got a different type of visitor. Amidst the chaos of Telegraph Avenue, loudmouthed Willie sees a familiar face walking up, so he starts to chirp loudly, "This is the land of the pimps, players, hustlers, dealers, and killers, the baddest and meanest hoes on 10 toes, from San Pablo to E1 Man with the plan. That familial face is none other than Frank Ward. Frank approaches Willie and questioned Willie's declaration. Frank asks, "What's that jive talk you talking, Willie?" These two men shared a history from around the neighborhood. Willie's response was simple. "Shit, ain't no thing, Frank. Just trying to get like you, Mr. Hollywood." They share a laugh, discussing the cost of keeping the Panthers in check, a reference to Frank bankrolling a new movie being filmed in Oakland called The Mac, a depiction of pimping in Oakland. See, this film comes with a major cost, and it has nothing to do with the talent budget. See, the Panthers doesn't approve of the film, and what it stands for, caddying more tension between the already rivals. After the small talk, Frank and others entered the Showcase nightclub. The room was a who's who of the city's underworld, politics, and even the spiritual realm. Oakland native Lenny Williams graced the stage, easing the crowd with his soulful voice. Time passed, and the night wore on until a newcomer, Andariel Scott, entered the scene. Andariel was a striking 20-year-old, standing at 5'2", with a body like a goddess and a face that radiated kindness. No one had ever seen her before, and whispers filled the room as she walked in. Even the toughest pimps couldn't believe their eyes. Frank approached Andariel with a kiss on the hand and introduced himself. Little did Andariel know that Frank was not just a gentleman. He was a pimp, gangster, and hustler. As they took their seats, he declared, "I'm going to be everything to you." Andariel had no reason to suspect otherwise, and they began talking for hours, making her feel like the only woman in the world. Blanche Bernhard, one of Frank's top earners, entered the scene, seeing Frank and Andariel chatting. Consumed by jealousy, she handed Frank a wad of cash. Andariel, unimpressed by Blanche's attitude, extended her hand for a friendly greeting. Blanche recoiled as if Andariel's touch was filth, which offended Frank. He reprimanded Blanche, demanding that she show some manners. Within 2 days, Andariel, at only 20 years of age, had become Frank's top earner, surpassing all the other girls. Her success bred jealousy, but this didn't stop the money train. A few more days has passed, leading to a shocking discovery at 2 a.m. Frank and Blanche were found dead in his car, both shot in the head. Chatter is deployed. Some say it came from the Panthers. Others think it came from the money he was making with Andariel. Now alone and saddened, Andariel is exposed to pimps who saw an opportunity to make her their top earner. But little did they know, Andariel was far from an average girl. Every man who had been with her reported an unusual sensation during intimacy. Each stroke felt like a tug at their souls, and when they climaxed, they felt their very souls leaving their bodies. On her 21st birthday, Halloween night, Andariel chose to work instead of celebrating. She refused to give her hard-earned money to someone else, other than Frank, not even Ted or the other wards. As the children finished their trick-or-treating, the real tricks were about to be unveiled. Walking down West Grand, Andariel was approached by Milton Silk Johnson, a notorious figure in the Oakland underworld. Silk had heard the rumors about Andariel's unique abilities and believed he could control any woman he desired. With confidence and arrogance, he approached her, eager to make her his own. Andariel, her true nature taking hold, the voices in her head says it's time. She goes with Silk to his place. In his bed, she lay in wait, and as he snorted a line of something potent, she approached him. They began to have sex, and suddenly her powers were unlocked. She is a succubus, female demon. But Andariel was not your ordinary succubus, the stuff of folklore. At 21, her soul-sucking, murderous sexual conquests were horrifyingly real. As Silk lay lifeless, his body withered, his souls forever trapped in the land of the forbidden. This night of Halloween brought terror to every trick. Treats were met with a deadly pleasure so profound it killed them. It wasn't safe for any man seeking her goodie bag on that fateful Halloween night. Her reign unleashed a supernatural terror that would haunt its streets for years to come. Oakland, 1972.